Thank you very much, Mr. President. I rise in support of SR 48 as a member of the LGBTQ caucus and as co-chair of our legislative Jewish caucus, and as a gay man who's been involved in this fight for 35 years now. And the history of our community, of the LGBTQ community, of LGBTQ people, is a history of society trying to make us disappear, going back for a very long time, not in every culture, but certainly in some cultures, including ours. It's a history of being told, go away, don't talk about it, pretend you don't exist, just disappear. And if you do have the gall to be who you are and to be public, you might be incarcerated, you might be beaten, you might be killed. You might have your child taken away, which we know that there are many lesbians who have lost their children because of who they are. So it's a very, very long history. We have made so much progress in the last few decades in terms of civil rights protections, not at the federal level. There's no federal civil rights statute for LGBTQ people, even in 2025. But at the state level, in a number of states, at the local level, we have marriage equality. We have a lot more support than we had in the past. Unfortunately, we are now seeing the backlash. And it's been brewing for a number of years. And it started after we gained national marriage equality in 2015, when extremists got together and said, okay, we lost on marriage equality. What can we do now to keep the red meat going for our homophobic and transphobic core base that wants this community to disappear? And they did focus groups, and what came up was trans people, and particularly trans kids. And so we saw over time a methodical buildup to create a moral panic around trans people, and particularly trans kids, or trans athletes, or whatever the attack of the day is, to demonize this community that's about 1% of the population, to try to just eliminate this community from public life. And we now have a federal administration that has formally committed via executive order to eliminate trans people from public life, eliminate access to health care, eliminate access to restrooms, to sports, to really anything and everything. Even an executive order simply declaring that trans people don't exist. That was one of the president's very first executive orders. With all the problems in the world, he found the time to sign an executive order proclaiming that trans people don't exist. But the actions that we're seeing right now by this administration and at the state level in a number of states, it's not only about trans people. They're trying to ban drag queens. They just defunded the LGBTQ youth aspect of the National Suicide Hotline. There was a number that queer youth could push to be able to connect with someone who could talk to them about their specific challenges. They've now eliminated that. They defunded it for these kids who are just trying to be who they are and survive and thrive. They are methodically tearing apart access to HIV care and prevention. We have seen executive orders eliminating anti-discrimination protection at the regulatory level, and the list goes on. But the one thing that I know as a gay man, as a member of this community for all these years, is that it takes a lot more than that to knock LGBTQ people down. Because they may want us to go away and disappear, we're not going anywhere. We're staying right where we are, just like we always have, even during the most difficult of times. And this community is going to continue to bring so much joy and beauty into the universe. So happy Pride, and I ask for an aye vote.